Hello, my name is Brad Pritts, P-R-I-T-T-S. Sounds kind of like the actor, but a little different. The main difference is the R and the I, O and my face. And I am the parent mentor, technically the statewide parent mentor here at the Center for Outreach Services. So what is a parent mentor? What do we actually focus on? In the big picture, the parent mentor is a project that is unique state by state. Ohio is really a model for how to do parent mentoring. It's been duplicated in a lot of other states, but as I understand it, probably in the early 90s, there was federal funding that was made available to states to be creative in thinking about the parts of special education law that really wanted to support parent involvement in special education. The response in Ohio was taken up by an organization with a very long name. It's called the Ohio Coalition for the Education of Children with Disabilities. The acronym that you'll hear a lot is OCECD. OCCD. So the coalition took up this challenge and had a summit, met with a number of parents from within special education, outlined a number of goals of how those parents could be supported better than they had been, and devised the Parent Mentor Project, the PMP. The result today is that there are 92 parent mentors that are part of the Parent Mentor Project. The state is divided into small regions, and each region has a number of parent mentors that are assigned to it. Those parent mentors work in different places. Myself, I am in the Center for Outreach Services that's on the campus of the Ohio School for the Deaf. Others are located inside of school buildings. A lot are also put inside of central resource centers. They're called ESCs, Educational Service Centers, that a lot of counties will have. And so depending on where their office is, they may work with a variety of schools, they may work with just a couple schools. But parent mentors in general are all around the state. And anytime a parent within special ed has a newly identified issue, whatever that means, that could be that they're facing a transition, somebody going from preschool into kindergarten, someone who is coming into special ed and determining their eligibility to qualify for services. It could be someone who possibly is just having some disagreements with their team and trying to think about how to organize their thoughts and craft a letter that they could send to their team to try and clarify things. It could be a need for more services as new dynamics of the disability are being discovered. Anytime a newly identified issue comes up, a parent mentor is available to come in and be a support and a service provider, be a helper in terms of any homework, be someone who can possibly even help arrange meetings, attend meetings with the parent. They can be a note taker, they can be an educator, whatever it is that the parent might need. The parent mentor comes in as kind of an assistant and someone else to go through the journey with them. One of the reasons that that's helpful is that special education as a system is pretty enormous, and there's a lot of language and a lot of concepts that are not easily accessible. So the parent mentor can function like a bridge. I like to think in that role of sort of walking into a gigantic hotel and thinking that when you walk into that hotel, you've got these big marble lobbies and all these rooms and all this space, and you think, man, what's happening? You have a sense of kind of awe and overwhelm. And behind lots of rooms, there are lots of conversations happening with lots of people with different titles and different kinds of language they're using. So the parent mentor acts in that regard as kind of a concierge, the person who is sitting at a desk in that lobby. Somebody walking in who feels overwhelmed can walk up to that desk and get some help in figuring out where to go, who they're supposed to be talking to in that room, what are some of the key things they need to know for that conversation, maybe even have the parent mentor walk up to the room with them, knock on the door, go inside, help shake some hands and get the conversation started, and then be back at the desk. So functionally in that role, that's one way they play. Another key to being a parent mentor is that every single parent mentor has a child who also has a disability and receives special education services. So for a person who is experiencing newly identified issues, there is a support naturally built in relationally, just to being with someone else who's gone through some of that or is currently going through some of that, So you have that shared experience of really engaging this whole enrolling process. So the parent mentor is part of a larger project, there to specifically meet with a parent, identifying newly identified issues in the special ed system, and help educate and offer them the kind of support they need to go in with confidence and participate in their child's education.